Good day everyone, I'm Micaela Rain G. Robas from grade 11 ABM-1. Today, we are going to tackle about the key concept in the business mathematics, the proportion. In this video, we will start with the basics of what proportion is and many more. The proportion plays a huge role making decisions efficient and accurately in our lives. So let's get into it. Proportion, a way of expressing comparative relationship between part, share, or portion with regards to measurements, amounts, or numbers. Direct proportion. A direct proportion is when increase in one quantity results to a increase in another quantity and a decrease in one quantity results to a decrease in one another quantity.
Here, 4 cupcakes cost $8. So how much do 10 cupcakes cost? To solve, let's multiply 4 times 4x and 8 times 10 equals 80. So to solve this, we need to cross multiply this. 4x equals 80. Divide both sides by 4x equals 80 and divide the answer. So 10 cupcakes cost $20. Watch for the solution. Here, 2 cakes cost $18. So how much do 5 cakes cost? To solve, let's multiply 2 times x equals 2x and 5 times 18 equals 90. So, to solve this, we need to cross multiply this. 2x equals 90. Divide both sides by 2x equals 90 and divide the answer. So, 5 cakes cost $45. Watch for the solution. Here, 6 cakes cost $12. So how much do 15 cakes cost? To solve, let's multiply 6 times x equals 6x, and 15 times 15 equals 180. So, to solve this, we need to cross-multiply this. 6x equals 180. Divide both sides by 6x equals 180 and divide the answer. So, 15 cakes cost $30. Watch for the solution.
Inverse proportion. An inverse proportion is when increase in one quantity results in a decrease in one quantity.
If one worker takes 10 days, we multiply the number of workers, which is 8, by the time taken for one worker, which is 10 days. The product of the workers and days will remain constant. So, we can calculate the time by dividing the total work, which is 10 days, by the number of workers. Watch the video for the solution. We know that with 3 machines, it takes 6 hours to produce the 120 items. If we double the number of machines to 6, the time taken will be halved. This is because of the work is being shared between more machines. To find the time, we can simply divide the time for 3 machines by the factor of increase in machines. Watch the video for the solution. Since 5 cars can cover the 300 miles in 4 hours, doubling the number of cars will have the time needed. We just need to adjust for the factor by which the number of cars increases and divide the original time by this factor. Watch the video for the solution.
Partitive proportion. A partitive proportion involves identifying parts of a whole based on a given ratio of these parts. In other words, when the whole is partitioned into two or more equal or unequal parts.
To solve this, we first add up the parts in the ratio. 5 plus 7 plus 3 equals 15 parts. Next, we divide the total number of chocolates by the total parts. 210 divided by 15 equals 14 chocolates per part. Now, we multiply the number of chocolates per part by the number of parts for each kid. The first kid gets 5 parts, so 5 times 14 equals 70 chocolates. The second kid gets 7 parts, so 7 times 14 equals 98 chocolates. The third kid gets 3 parts, so 3 times 14 equals 42 chocolates. So, the first kid gets 70 chocolates, the second gets 98, and the third gets 42. Again, we start by adding up the parts in the ratio. 4 plus 2 plus 1 equals 7 parts. Now, we divide the total training time by the total parts. 120 divided by 7 equals 17.14 minutes per part. Next, we calculate the time spent on each activity. Passing gets 4 parts, so 4 times 17.14 equals 68.57 minutes. Shooting gets 2 parts, so 2 times 17.14 equals 34.29 minutes. And lastly, sitting got 1 part, so 1 times 17.14 is equals to 17.14 minutes. Just like before, we add up the parts. 5 plus 7 plus 3 equals 15 parts in total. Then we divide the total number of milk bars by the total parts. 210 divided by 15 equals 14 milk bars per part. Finally, we calculate how many milk bars each kid gets. The first kid gets 5 parts, so 5 times 14 equals 70 bars. The second kid gets 7 parts, so 7 times 14 equals 98 milk bars. And the third kid gets 3 parts, so 3 times 14 equals 42 milk bars. So the first kid gets 70 milk bars, the second gets 98, and the third gets 42.
In conclusion, understanding partitive proportion and mastering these concepts in business mathematics, businesses can optimize their operations and ensure fair and efficient outcomes. Always remember that math turns numbers into decision that leads to success.